Okay, I think we're live both on Instagram and on YouTube. Welcome everyone to another Sunday with a restorative flow. Somehow the link I sent out on YouTube wasn't working while it wasn't saving properly, but we should be live now. So just go to my YouTube channel if you want to look there. So as this is a restorative, a little bit slower, use whatever props you have, maybe some pillows, or maybe you can, if you don't have blocks, I recommend taking some books just to get some support. And hopefully you're all used to the new time, otherwise you can watch on YouTube afterwards. So I want you all to start by slowly coming down to your mat and take our toes touching, ankles wide, legs wide, and come in slowly to breathing through our belly and expanding as we're breathing in through the nose. And slowly exhaling as we're letting our fingers through our head and shoulders just sinking into that mat. And really you want to think about what you're practicing for today. You practice for cause, for inner self, for higher self. Or do you just want to give a happy thought to all the other people around the world or in your close proximity? And reach out to them during your practice today. Remember to be gentle and kind to yourself. Even yoga practice is supposed to be slow. If you're going too deep, or if you're feeling pain, retract. The gravity and breath assist you. And remember to slow down your breath and release the breath count in of 4 and a breath count out of 6. Let's start also getting a nice side stretch. Take our right hand out off the mat and slowly letting that left hand follow. And put it over the right hand. Relaxing the jaw and shoulder. If you still can sit back with your bum towards your ankles. And slowly move back to center. Switch sides. Taking your left hand out off the mat, letting your right follow. And slowly back to center. Slowly roll up. And each exit of each pose, just take it slow. Come into a pose and out. And we're going to come into our frog pose. Hips are probably a little more open now. So we want to take our feet slightly out. Our legs, knees out. You're sitting tall on your fingertips. And here is where a block could be good. Or you can use your arms, just slowly sitting back, head nice, tall, heavy. Shoulders are relaxed. Try to sit back a little bit more towards your feet, but without using any force. Feel this nice stretch in your hip flexors, in your groin area. Maybe you can relax your head down to the floor and just stay where you are. And take 2 more breaths in and out. And a last exhale, slowly come up, your fingertips, taking your feet towards you. Slowly sit back. So if you have any questions or any feedback, you can write them in the message box or just DM me directly afterwards. So here I want you to come back to sitting and slowly take ourselves down to the ground. And we're going to start by gripping our knees and just move them a little bit towards the chest. And a little rocking from side to side, just warming up the spine slightly. And then I want you to take your right leg up towards the ceiling, wrap it around your left leg, and see if you can wrap that right foot around the left calf. If not, don't worry about it. Just leave it as is. And maybe scoop a little bit to the right of your mat. I'm doing supine twist, but obviously with legs wrapped. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're slowly going to roll over with that knee towards your left, taking the right arm out. Maybe looking towards your right hand. Feel a nice long stretch on the upper back, upper spine. Just letting that left hand maybe assist you, don't push too much. Still want to keep both shoulders on the ground. The holding process for longer periods of time. As our muscle relaxing, our mind relaxes, getting into that fascia that's just underneath the muscle fibers, ligaments. It becomes more looser. Okay, take 2 more breaths in and out. And last out breath, slowly roll back to center. Unwrap the legs. And before we go to the other side, maybe you want to do just a little rolling, hip for hip, legs on one side to the other. Again, just slowly massaging that spine. And coming back to center, and to the other side. Taking that left leg up, wrap it around the right, And if you do it on the other side, or if you want to try, you can wrap the foot before you scoop over to the left. Take a breath in. Take a little bit more towards you, and then slowly roll over to the right. Taking the left arm out towards the side. If you don't have a problem with the neck, you look towards the left side as well. Otherwise, you can just look up to the ceiling. And just try to relax both shoulders down. When you're breathing out, maybe you can make a noise coming from your throat. Enjoy your breath, feeling the heat. As you're breathing out through the nose, coming from the throat. Okay, take 2 more breaths in and out. And on your last exhale, slowly gonna roll up to center, unwrapping those legs, and then you can do a little bit less rocking from side to side again. Just do massage the spine. And from here, if you have your block, book, or anything that lets you get a little bit height available, you can use your pillows as well as support, which you can take in between your legs, knees. I'm going to do a little heart opening. You can also have your knees wide if you want. So what you want is basically, you can do the lowest setting. Have that block just in between your shoulder blades. You come up a little bit. You have your arms wide. And you just breathe. So let's open up the front of your body a little bit. And obviously use the higher setting if you want. Wherever you are, try to relax with the shoulders. Like I said, if the pillows doesn't do anything, you can just let the knees fall out. Maybe even having the pillows under the knees might be better. And just try to relax. This is good. And the chest, shoulder opener, especially if you're sitting crunched over a desk or your smartphone way too much. Feels uncomfortable, just try to stick with it a little more. Obviously more blood is coming down towards your head, into below your hips, at least even. Take 2 more breaths and see if you can slowly, on your last exhale, slowly come up, roll to one side, just resetting. Back to center. Try to see similar pose, similar stretch or opening, but not as much strain on the neck perhaps. You do supported bridge. So again, anything that lets you push yourself up. You're gonna have your toes, fingers on the mat, and you want to have the support under your sacrum, just basically slightly above your glutes. 1. Feel that opening, stretch on front again. Slightly strengthening exercise on the back as well. Maybe closing the eyes. You want even more front body stretch, you can always take the hands overhead, relaxing the shoulders. So if you're feeling that you're too tight in the shoulders and they're kind of struggling here, just go back to your first position. It's about effort, but without any strain. And if you have your arms overhead, slowly take them down. Just take it slightly higher. Pose. Remove the support you're using and slowly come down to the floor. Slowly push yourself up to seated position. So if you have that lock or the pillow, or maybe you want to use the wall, I want you to take that so you're sitting a little bit taller, and basically going to come in as a support. So just under your sacrum again, as a support. Legs up, arms down. So you could obviously do this against the wall. It's important is to feel a lengthening, having your lower back, obviously you're a little bit higher, but having your lower back as much as possible rooted in the ground. If your legs are shaking, don't worry, just have a slightly micro bend. Just try to relax. If you want to flex your feet, you can do that. But that means that you struggle a little bit too much. Just let them be where they are.
Take 2 more breaths. And the last exhale. Slowly come down. Put the legs on the ground. And slowly push yourself up. Remember the same movement, but on a seated position. Again, you want to sit a little bit taller. Use your block or your pillow, sitting tall and down to a forward fold. Taking your hands, push them up, breathe in. As you exhale, slowly going to move forward from your chest, upper chest. You can have a micro bend in your legs here, in the beginning at least. If you can take your elbows a little bit closer towards the ground. Just try to relax. And you don't need to really hold in away, just gravity assist you. So again, if you're feeling too much tension, hamstrings, legs, just retract. Maybe bend a little bit more in the knees. Slow down the breath. Close your eyes. You haven't done so already. Two more breaths. And in your last exhale, slowly going to roll up. Come up to seated position again. Remove any block or pillow that you might be using. And you're slowly going to take your legs back behind you. And we're going to do pigeon pose. So what I want you to do is, I lost my music, but while I'm fixing that, I want you to lift the right leg up towards the ceiling, and then take the right knee towards your right elbow, and then take that left leg quite far back. And I want you to sit tall, so have your fingertips. And here again, if you feel like there's a gap, which might be removed after we're doing this pose for a while, You take a pillow or a block under your right bum. Still sitting tall. Take a big breath in, slow one, and as you exhale, you can start by coming down on your elbows, slightly looking forward. So you want to make sure that you're sitting square hips. So I would say your right ankle matches with your left ankle, and you can stay on your elbows in the beginning. And then the goal is to obviously slowly move down to the floor, but again, do so without too much strain. Let the gravity and breathing assist you. Alright, I'll have to skip the music for now. So if you want to feel like you're going further, you can obviously take your hands slightly forward. Maybe your back leg goes further back. Or you just stay where you are, relaxing in. The piriformis stretch. It's going to be quite heavy, very emotional muscle, emotional pose. We want to keep all the tension that we want to get rid of. To stretch, but we use it a lot. Runners, well in general. Take 2 more breaths in, and on the next exhale, slowly come back up. Fingertips stepping back slightly, and maybe you want to just move your leg, your right one, a little bit clockwise, anti-clockwise. Before you're going to take that leg and step it forward on the outside of your right hand. We're in our lizard pose, so we want to just open up the hips again, just move a little bit back and forward. Before you take that left knee to the ground, again, you can have some supports here. If you can't come to your forearms, you can always use a block to just rest your forearms on. Relax the shoulders. Still having that right leg quite close to your right elbow. Make sure that you don't crunch too much in your upper back. Looking slightly forward, top of your mat. If you're on your forearms, so you're not using any blocks, let's see if you can sink a little bit closer with your cheek. Again, without forcing anything. Focus on using that breath to assist you. And take 2 more breaths. And on your last exhale, slowly come back up on your fingertips. Slowly going to take that right foot back. And take that left leg up and then in towards your left elbow, stepping across for our pigeon pose on this side. Let's see if I can get my leg a little bit further forward. So it's better the more aligned it is. You want to maybe have pair with the block if you didn't on the other side. Sitting tall on your fingertips, looking up, and as you exhale, slowly moving forward, maybe starting with the elbows. Again, squared hips, aligned. Can't go down, remember, just have that support under. Maybe you want to take the hands forward. Otherwise, just stay where you are. If you're feeling anything in your knees, by the way, you probably want to retract as well and just not go so deep. We're all different. You might have small injuries or ailments. It could be that you don't have aligned either. You might need to shift focus a little bit. Anything that makes you uncomfortable, when you're feeling pain, always retract. Otherwise, just relax in that pose with your breath. Take 2 more breaths from there. And on your last exhale, slowly come back up. Taking that left leg behind you. And again, do the circle on this side. Slowly. It's been inactive for a few minutes, so don't want to injure yourself. Do it clockwise, anti-clockwise, and then step on the outside of your left hand. And before you're taking that back knee down, just walk a little bit back and forth. Same here as you did the other side, you can use blocks. If you can't take yourself all the way down on the forearms, or you can even stay with the fingers if you need to, if you want to. Just remember to look slightly ahead. Relax into that hip flexor. One of those good hip openers. Big breaths. And next exhale, slowly come back to fingertips if you're not already. Stepping back. Just walking the feet a little bit. And then taking your knees to the floor. I'm going to come down to the mat on my stomach. Do at least one more pose. So maybe you want to start by just rocking a little bit from side to side. And come into our favorite Sphinx pose. So we're going to hold here for a few minutes. So come up on your elbows. If you can, taking your shoulders slightly back. Don't push yourself maybe too much up if you're not protecting that lower back. And just want to look slightly ahead. Relax into the pose. Feeling stomach slightly off the ground. And closing your eyes. And good grip with the hands, fingers are wide, open. See if you can just come a little higher on that, on those. Take 2 more breaths in, and on your last exhale, you're slowly releasing the hands down, having your hands by your sides, lying on your right cheek. And slowly going to push yourself back to a seat position on your knees. And before we do Shavasana, final relaxation, we're going to do Happy Baby. You want to lie down, taking your knees wide, gripping your toes, your big toes, or outside of your feet, and your elbows stays on the inside. Take a breath in, and slowly press the knees closer towards you. If you still can keep the lower back on the ground. It's hard for me too sometimes, but just relax. Sway a little bit from side to side. And slowly release the feet to the ground. Lay back on the mat fully. Maybe close down the room, turn off the lights, and just prepare yourself for the final relaxation of Shavasana. So have your legs very wide, arms wide, fingers wide. Relax your head. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, your forearms, your fingers, palms facing up. Your upper back, your mid back, and your lower back. Your glutes are firmly on the ground. Your hamstrings, your calves, and your ankles. Slow down the breath even more. Letting it relax your body. the mind starts wandering, don't worry, just come back to that breath. Maybe think about the breath count again. Okay. Now slowly back to your physical body. Start making some movements. Moving the fingers, toes. Maybe circling the feet. Circling wrists. One direction and then the other. Moving the head side to side. One continuous flow. Why not even stretch, full body stretch, your arms above your head, your feet out. And then, still with your eyes closed, take those knees towards you, rock to the right, push yourself up to a seated position. Easy cross legs or whatever is comfortable to you. And take your hands in prayer position at the heart center. Take a big breath in through the nose. And let's sigh it out together through the mouth. One more time. Big breath in through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth. And slowly open your eyes. And I'm going to thank you before this finishes on Instagram. And hopefully you're feeling a little better, feeling relaxed, your body feels loose. And just remember to drink a lot of water. And I'll see you again in the next class. Thank you.